Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in this today video. Today we're going to talk about the new Flow updates. The updates are from February 27, 2023, and there are actually a lot of updates recently, which is great. And that's why I didn't have time to actually do video tutorial, but the new videos tutorial are coming to the end of this week or probably at the beginning of next week. So stay tuned for those. I think that I prepared some good tutorials for you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for those. But today we're going to talk about, as I said, the new update, and the new update is actually concluded with the content of it will be the storyboard feature, the enhancement of the page and component organization, and the performance upgrades for faster code exports. So let's begin with the storyboard. It is currently in the beta, but I think this is one of the biggest updates. Uh, I think one of the biggest updates so far this year. And let me show you what I mean. So this is the storyboard. When you actually log into um, your project or your app, on the left side now you have a new option which is called storyboard, or a new feature. When you click on it, this is the actual storyboard. Uh, the the Yeah, so the whole idea here is that you actually have all your pages, and you actually have the links to your pages. So you should actually see, if you click which button, where this will lead you, so to which page or which component or something like that. So it's actually, you can see here the information. It says the navigation login actions, and this is actually the location. So when you click a button, you get to a new location, like a new page, and this with this line over here, it shows that you have a bottom shade action, and here you have a hidden widget. So what is a hidden widget? So widgets that may not be shown on the current page, or the current view of the page or another tab, but still has a navigate action to show. So for example, if you have let's say a button that it's navigating to, some page that the button it's actually hidden with a custom with a conditional visibility, this is probably what you get. You can actually zoom out, and this is the furthest that you can zoom out. So far my pages are actually um, so far my pages are actually structured on one page on the left. So this is my page. On the left is the main page, and on the right are all my pages. And I was hoping, actually, because this is beta version, I was hoping that they will do it like to get all the space from here right now. So like I will want to see like all the pages that is possible to see, and probably not like that, but I think that the reason for that is that the links are prioritized, then the structure of the links are prioritized than the actual view of all pages. But if Flow is listening to that, or actually is watching that, I would actually prefer a way to actually see all the links and also see all the pages if I zoom out. So that would be great. I know that my project is huge. My project is more than 50 pages right now, but still I would prefer that. So yeah, how you can actually use the storyboard. And like I said, the storyboard will actually show all your pages and components. And before that, that was actually hard seeing which pages and components you're actually using. But right now you can actually see the connections. The only way was to actually delete those, and if you cannot delete them, then you are not able you're using them. But if you actually want to see if you're actually using them, there was no way before that, before the storyboard. And you can actually click and hold and drag the pages or components to the desired position. So yeah, of course you can click and drag um, the position of the storyboard. Sorry, not the storyboard, but all your elements on the storyboard. But of course, like I said, I would preferably want to see all the pages and components that I'm using when I zoom out. So, like for example, I can do a screenshot of them or something like that. And then let's go over here and see what other things that we can do. We actually can click and highlight it and see the connections. So for example, if I click on this page, I will able to see the connections to this page. And because I have a lot of connections, probably that's why it's not very view friendly right now. And then you can actually click anywhere else to unhighlight, of course, and you can actually, I think you can actually double click. You can right click, it says, but I think you can double click, yes, to actually upload the page itself. And I don't think that I saw that before, but you can actually close this part, the left side bar as well, which is actually convenient because if you need more room to display your pages or your components, yeah, you can actually do this right now. I never saw that actually before that. And the other side thing I can say is that the storyboard is actually loading inside the browser, and it's actually loading all your pages and all your actions. So if you actually have onload action, which is something like text to audio, for example, because I have this in all my pages. I have this in one of my pages. It's actually I'm actually hearing the audio of this page, which is why I'm telling you that is because if sometimes you have a lot of pages, it will be actually slower to load, and just keep that in mind. And I hope in the future they will work on that as well, and it will be easier to load, not easier, but yeah, like faster to load. And then we can go to what's next, which is actually new folder organization, sorry. So the new folder organization is actually very good when you actually have a big project. You can enable it by going to settings and then app details, and this is the new function. It's folder organization. So keep in mind when you actually enable the updated folder organization, when you actually want to disable it after that, if you actually have folders, you've actually created folders and then you put some pages in them, you probably they'll probably be deleted, and you probably don't want that. So my suggestion for you guys is when you actually enable this, to don't disable it, because there is only benefits from this option, I think. So in theory, you don't need to disable it. I mean, I don't see why you need to disable it. And usually when you enable this feature, it will actually create two pages, which is two folders, sorry, which is pages and then components. And then you actually see the number of pages that you have. This is actually a good thing as well, because before that I was counting my pages in order to see how many pages you have, and now and components as well. So now right now I have 53 pages and 9 components. And yeah, before that you were counting them, and now you can actually see the number. Keep in mind that Flow have a limitation, and currently the limitation is not working very well, as when you actually reach 100% of your limitation, and I think the limitation is around, depending on your pages and what you have actually in your pages, but you have like around 100 or 150, so it will be like around 100 or 150, as I said, depending on the page itself and how heavily with widgets it is. But you have like, let's say for example, I'm not sure about it, but let's say around 500 widgets that you can actually use in your project. And when you actually reach this limit, you will get a box here. You will get a box and you will not be able to use your project unless you delete some of your pages that you are using. So this is actually a good thing, because that you can actually see the numbers of pages that you have. Ideally, you should see actually the 80% of the project limitation, so you know that you have to get to worry, and you have to actually start like reducing the pages that you use, because right now, as I said, you actually get the notice when you are 100 and above percent of the limitation. So it's not like warning you, it's like telling you you're already above your limitation. And then this is actually how you add folder. So let's say that I have like a demo folder. I create this demo folder, and I actually can put as opposed to by grabbing and pasting. Yes, so it's very simple idea. And now you have like the total pages number on the root folder, which is pages, and then I have demo. I have one page over here. It's a demo. So this is actually how you use folders, and this is actually very good also where if you want to export your code, because I think it's a good practice to put your code in put your pages in folders. So it's when you extract your code, those folders are supposed to be there as well when you extract the code. So this is also convenient for Flow, but also when you extract the code and if you want to use it after that somewhere else. So this is about how you can actually structure your folders and your pages and your components. And then we have other improvements as well. And other improvements include improved performance for faster code exports. So faster code exports are from the developer menu, and this is download code. So I'm guessing they're mentioning about this feature. And then we have updated the text field properties panel to make it faster and easier to use. So maybe we can see that. Just keep in mind something else that I forgot to mention is that when you actually enable the folder structure, the pages actually will be ordered by names. So before that, before you were enabled this feature, the pages were sorted by the date that you are, or the time that you were creating them, and right now they're actually sorted by the name, which, if you ask me, I preferably want to be sorted by name, to be honest, because I think it's when you have like a very huge project, it's very hard to actually find the page that you want. And if I actually go to some page like this one, for example, and let's go to and create a new text field. And this is the panel on the right when there it says. So this is actually the new panel of the text field properties. We have the label properties, and we can customize the style of it. And we have the hint properties, and we also have here, and we can enable this to customize the style of it. And we have the input border type and so on and so forth. So those are actually better structured than before, and we have like right now the additional properties, and yeah, I think they're better structured than before. And then we have to refine our flow UI for for easier to use on smaller screens. I haven't used those smaller screens, but please let me know before that update when you actually was using on the phone or a tablet. You can there was not an option to actually use this on a phone or a tablet. But right now, I think this is still not the case, because if I click over here, and this would be on a phone like iPhone, for example, and you can see that the window is too small. And this is actually normal, because for the flow there are a lot of features that you can actually use, and when you're using it on a smaller screen, there's actually no room to use it, so that's why you get this error. So there's a limitation on the size of your screen in order to use flow, so keep that in mind as well. And then we have simplified our create new page flow. So if we go over here, and then I want to create a new page, let's say add page, for example. This is the new add page. I don't see any difference, to be honest, from the one that was before. So new page, for example. And then this is actually searching for the template. Sorry, it's not the name of the page. Before that, I think here you are writing the name of the page, and right now here you're searching for a template in order to use. But if I don't want to use any template, I can just click over here, and then I can name the page, which would be like new page, and then create the page. So yeah, it's I'm not sure if it's simpler or just. So let's write over here, because I have, as I said, I have a lot of pages. So just search over here, and then I see my page over here. So yeah, I don't know if it's simplified, but for sure it's changed. And then the last thing is you can now upload a profile photo to your Flow account. I will not actually show that to you, but you can do it from the app.flow.io. And then if we go over here, we can actually see the new features that they're working on. The one that I'm waiting for, like for a lot of time, like more than 6 months, is actually the actions on toggle icons. And it's actually, if you ask me, I'm waiting for all the actions that you can actually use in all the toggles and all the buttons that you have, because you can see right now that when you're actually using a toggle icon, you don't have an actions. You cannot actually use an action. So that's why I'm waiting for that, and I think this would be a very, very good improvement And then we have the custom domain add-on. So that means that you can actually, after this new update, you can actually have a multiple custom domains per account. And right now you can actually have only one. And after the update, you're supposed to have more than one. And then the last one is updates to set cover from variable. This actually is strange for me. Maybe I'm not maybe I'm not catching something and I'm missing something. But right now you have text cover and you actually can set this cover from variable. So let me know, what do you think this update will be in the future. So yeah, thank you very much. That were all the updates from this update, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much. And before actually we go, before we actually go, there is this page that this is my calendar page, and it will be in the description, and you can actually join my live streams every Wednesdays. And you can go here and you can click on here and you can join my live streams every Wednesday. The time of the recording of this video is Wednesday, so today I'm going to be live if you're watching it like in the same day that I will post this video. But if you're not, keep in mind that you can actually join me live and then we can talk with each others and we can fix your flow problems. Thank you very much again. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care.